Good morning, student. Today I discuss the gravitation topic. Before entering this theoretical aspect of gravitation, let's think and assume what is gravitation before studying this, because practical aspect is as much as important than gravitational aspect. Let's think what is gravitation. Just I am hinting you what is gravitation. Just in your childhood or in some early age, you have to throw a stone in the sky. Throwing stone is not a good habit, but some person do this, or you also do this. In earlier, you thought that this is the gravitational aspect, then it's go upward, and after some time it will fall on the earth. This due to mainly of for this gravitation. If this will not happen, gravitation on the earth or anybody anywhere, then the throwing stone will never come back to the earth. This is only happen due to the force of gravitation or the gravitation. So gravitation is nothing but it is a type of force, or in detail we can say that this is non-contact force. Non-contact force. And now let's deal with some theoretical aspect. In theory, just think about what is gravitation. Gravitation is nothing but it is the attraction between the two masses. Any two masses in the universe, they get attracted. This is called gravitation. Would you think that you and like nearby trees also produce gravitation? Yes, you are right. That thing also produce gravitation. Before entering gravitation, let's because of lack of time, now starting the topic. In a gravitation, you must learn a law, that is universal law of gravitation. In universal law of gravitation, that says that if gravitation is directly proportional to product of masses and inversely proportional to square of distance, which is denoted by r. And if finally we get an equation from this, equation 1 and equation 2, we get a equation which is directly proportional, that is m1 m2 by r square. If we remove this constant, we introduce a g, which is a gravitational constant, and m1 m2 by r square. For your kind information, this gravitational constant is a value. This value is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. But we will study this later. This can be derived. Now, from the universal law of gravitation, let's term, there is the also an important term which is given in this by Kepler planetary motion. Kepler planetary motion said that if there is a solar system or anybody evolving around Earth, it has two foci. It has actually Kepler's law is three law. First law, second law, and third law. One of law says that every orbital has two foci. In solar system, we can introduce sun is always in one of the foci. Another, just simply one thing introduced, that the distance covered, the area covered by this planet is equal to the always. That is, and the third is simply RQ is equal to, this is the RQ is equal to, sorry, I'm just missing this. RQ is equal to, not, simply says that RQ is equal to T square. And after completing this, that now there is a term which is gravitational law constant. Let's assume some important point like that. What is gravitational force? let's take assume a body, two body, which is masses 1 kg, 1 kg, and the distance between them is 1 meter. Then the force is tightly force is definitely is equal to G. That's why you can see that the G value is just which I said 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square. Newton meter square per kg square. You thought how much small is this? That's why we can't feel this in smaller bodies. It is usually seen in the larger bodies like planets, celestial bodies, etc. So that's why we can't feel in nearby objects, but they also will produce or generate the gravitational force inside there from the two body or masses. Any masses, they produce gravitational force, and due to this gravitation, you think that Earth produce and force. Force is nothing but it is the combination of mass into acceleration. But in on the Earth, this acceleration is converted into small g. This is known as gravitational acceleration. Small g, this value is 9.8 meter per second square. Then you say this is gravitational acceleration, and acceleration should be in positive and negative also. Then how could we take when it is positive, when it is negative? It should be taken on the respect of ground. If we throw anybody, the gravitational acceleration should act as negative because it retarded the velocity. You thought that whenever you throw a stone in the sky, finally its velocity is very high, but at a point it got stopped, and after some time it fall to the ground at the same time. That's this phenomena, the stopping due to the negative acceleration and the positive acceleration. This will happen in only gravitational aspect. Through this, we can understand that the gravitation has also acceleration. This cause when anybody fall from the ground, from the sky, it get accelerated many times. That's why if you found the graph of the acceleration distance covered by a body from free fall. Free fall is a term, I know this is alien word for you, but this is the only a simple body which is flown from a height. Because why it is called free fall? Because it is the free from the size of the body and the masses of the body. It is independent of the mass. As you heard or you seen in the textbook, there is a Galileo which is a Pisa. In the Pisa, Minar, where is fall two bodies which has the different masses, but he saw that both of them strike at the same time. Due to this, the concept had begun that it is independent of masses. And another word we can say that if you see in formula, you also should see that acceleration is different from the masses. But what do you think that Earth, this is not a complete Earth. Earth is should like that. Here, it is flat from the apparent Earth and bulgy from the equator side. Then the acceleration due to gravity is the highest at pole and the lowest at equator, because it is derived from equation where you see that is dependent on the Earth radius, where Earth radius is the highest on equator and lowest on pole. That's why here, I think this lecture should be extended from my limited time. That's why I conclude this, and I hope I could explain. Because lack of time I can not much introduce so much area, but yeah, this is very interesting paper, and I am definitely saying that I can understood gravitation any topic in physics I can deal better, and from my respect, thank you.